Hello students, welcome to Narayana online classes. Today we are discussing 10th standard mathematics assignment number 54 on the topic of probability. Now the first question. See here in the first question, if probability of an event P of E which is equals to 3 by 4, what is the probability of not E? It means not in that event, P of not E, right? So we know that probability of an event plus probability of not of in that event which is equals to 1. So probability of an event is 3 by 4 and probability of getting not E, it means not that event, which is equals to 1. So probability of not E is equals to 1 minus 3 by 4. So 4 ones are 4, 4 minus 3 by 4 which is equals to 4 minus 3 is 1 by 4. So probability of not event is 1 by 4. Option C. Understood? Now the next problem. In second question, find the probability of getting a head when a coin is tossed. When a coin is tossed, how many outputs we are getting? Head and tail, right? So total possible outcomes, total number of possible outcomes. So here if you see the sample space which is equals to head and tail, right? So n of s, it means total number of outcomes is 2. Total number of outcomes is 2. Then what he is asking? He is asking about a head when a coin is tossed a single time. So possible outcomes is 2 and favorable outcomes to head. Favorable outcomes, so what are those? Only head is there, so which is equals to 1. So we need to calculate probability of getting probability of getting head which is equals to, so favorable outcomes by possible outcomes. Favorable outcomes by possible outcomes. Total number of possible outcomes. Here the favorable outcome is 1 and total possible outcomes is 2. 1 by 2 is the probability of getting a head when a coin is tossed a single time. So option B, right? Now the next problem. See here children, in problem number 3, you are writing a test of 40 objective type questions. Each question carries 1 mark. Each question carries 1 mark. What is the probability of marks you may get to be in multiple of 5? See here, total questions is 40. Total questions is 40. Then total outcomes, how many we are getting? 40 marks. Total marks is 40 marks. So total number of possible outcomes, total number of possible outcomes is 40 and So we need to calculate the marks obtained, those who are multiple of 5. What are those? If you are seeing favorable outcomes, which is equals to here the set of numbers, how many marks we are getting, a multiple of 5, that is 1 is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 and 40. How many are there? So number of favorable outcomes is so how many are there? Number of favorable outcomes. Therefore 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 favorable outcomes are there. How many are there? 8 favorable outcomes are there. Those marks, those are all multiple of 5. So probability of getting probability is equals to favorable outcomes by possible outcomes, that is 8 by 40, so which is equals to 8 ones are 8 fives are 40. 1 by 5 is the probability of getting a marks which are a multiples of 5. So 1 by 5, right? Now the next one. See, in fourth question, a bag contains a red ball, a blue ball and an yellow ball, all the balls being of the same size. So Manasa takes out a ball from the bag without looking into it. So he is taking a ball from a bag, right? How many balls are there? Red ball is there, blue ball is there, yellow ball is there. Total 3 balls are there. So what is the probability that she takes? One is yellow ball, a red ball and blue ball. So here total number of balls, what are those? So 1 red ball plus 1 blue ball is there, plus 1 yellow ball is there. So total how many are there? So 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is equals to 3. This is the total possible outcomes. Total 3 balls are there in a bag containing 3 balls. So one is red color ball, blue color ball and yellow color balls are there. So total 3 balls are there. Now he is asking the first one, number of yellow balls, these are all favorable outcomes, right? So which is equals to 1. So favorable outcomes is equals to favorable outcomes is equals to 1. Therefore probability of getting yellow ball, probability of getting yellow ball is equals to favorable outcomes by possible outcomes. Possible outcomes are how many are there? 3 are there. So favorable outcomes is a 1 by possible outcomes is 3. So 1 by 3 is the probability of getting yellow ball. Now the second one, number of red balls, how many are there? Only 1 is there. So favorable outcomes also 1. What is the probability of getting a red ball? So probability of getting red ball So which is equals to, so favorable outcomes by possible outcomes. Favorable outcomes is 1 by possible outcomes is 3. Now coming to a third one. Blue ball. Here also how many blue balls are there? Only one ball is there. So blue ball is number of blue balls. So here also favorable outcome is 1. So probability of getting a blue ball. Probability of getting a blue ball, which is equals to favorable outcomes is 1 and possible outcomes is 3. So 1 by 3 is the probability of getting a blue ball. Now coming to the next problem. So see here, if you observe that yellow ball, a probability of yellow ball, probability of getting yellow ball is 1 by 3, and probability of getting red ball is 1 by 3, and probability of getting blue ball is 1 by 3, right? So now coming to the next problem. See here in fifth question, there are 40 students in a class 10 of school, of whom 25 are girls and 15 are boys. So how many are there? 25 are girls and 15 are boys. The class teacher has to select one student as a class representative. She writes the name of each student on separate cards, the cards being identical. So the cards are in identical. Then she puts the cards in a box and stare it. It means staring through. So she then draw one card from the box. So what is the probability that the name written on the card is the name of a girl or a boy, right? First one is probability of getting a girl, and probability of getting is boy, right? So total how many students are there? Total number of students is equals to total number of students is 40. This is a possible outcomes. Total number of possible outcomes. Total number of possible outcomes are, so total possible outcomes is 40. Now the first one, so number of girls, how many are there? 25 members are there. Number of girls is 25 members are there. It is the favorable outcomes, right? So favorable outcomes. Favorable outcomes is equals to 25. Now probability of getting a girl. Probability of getting a girl. So which is equals to favorable outcomes by possible outcomes. So favorable outcomes by possible outcomes. How many outcomes are favorable to girl? So how many girls are there? 25 members. So 25 are the favorable outcomes to girls, and the total number of students is, total possible outcomes is 40. So 25 by 40, cancel it. So which is equals to 5 5s are 25 and 5 8s are 40. 5 by 8 is the probability of getting a girl. Probability of getting a girl name, right? Now the second one is, you need to calculate the probability of getting a boy name on the card, right? So here number of boys, how many are there? 15 members are there. So So we need to calculate a probability of a boy. So which is equals to, so how many favorable outcomes are there? 15 members, that is a 15 favorable outcomes by total possible outcomes is 40. So 15 by 40, 5 3s and 5 8s. So 3 by 8 is the probability of getting a boy name. So thank you students.